Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new short movie. The name of this short movie is What If Naruto Became the Legendary Medic Nin. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted short movie and my own idea. Now before continuing this, I have uploaded a movie that is quite experimental on Apollo Uchiha channel. If you haven't checked that out, please do so and do let me know in the comment section. Would you want me to do something along the lines of these again or not? Anyways, enough said. I hope you guys enjoyed today's short movie and movie as well, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels, Apollo Uchiha and Meta What If. Enough said, without any further ado, let's begin with our today's short movie. Our story begins 8 years after the QB attack in Konoha Gakure no Sato, as we go towards the village to see that it was a new day. A new day for the next generation of the village, because most of them were picked out to being the new legends and shinobis. As right now we go towards the Shinobi Academy, where we see a lot of next generation children from clans, civilians, and even from orphanage were there. Amongst them was one Naruto Uzumaki. The boy had blonde hair, tan skin, and blue eyes. The only distinctive feature on his face was the three whisker marks on his face, and he had a toothy grin on his face plastered. Why? Because today was the day where he will be one step closer to achieving his dream, which was to be the Hokage. As now we see that as soon as Naruto was seen in the vicinity of the kids turned to the other side, away from him. And the adults began to murmur while looking at him with glares. But Naruto didn't care about any of this, because that has been a part of his life for as long as he could remember. So at this point, it has not bothered him any more since. But that is when his smile widened even more when he saw two of his old best friends, Shikamaru Nara and Choji Akamichi, both of whom arrived near him. Hey Naruto, seems like you finally made it to the academy. You bet ya, Shikamaru. And hear me out, we both are gonna be an awesome shinobis. What do you mean, both of you? Oh, hey Choji, I didn't see you there. We three of us, if we end up in a team, we will make the legends. Like you will make a legend, idiot, said a boy who arrived there with feral expressions. This was Kiba Inuzuka, and in his hood, atop of his head, was resting a pup. You finally got your pup, huh, Kiba? Of course I did. After all, you're looking at the future Hokage, Naruto, said Kiba to his, well, rival, as he called him. Oh yeah? We'll see about that. As both of them butted heads, until both of them were bonked on the head by Kiba's mother, who saw that both of them had childish rivalry but also were friends in a sense, even if both of them wouldn't admit it. Both of you, enough. You're going to begin your new academy years, and we'll be studying together. And I want best behavior from both of you, she said, narrowing her eyes, as Kurimaru growled as both of them said, Yes, ma'am. As that is when she smiled. It's good to see you again, Naruto. It has been a while. Yes, it's good to see you as well, Tuzumi Obasan. Yeah, it has been. Now both of you take care of yourself and make sure you don't get into trouble. Yes, said both of them. As now we see, the four of them gather around and begin to talk, as that is when a sensei, or a man came, as they regarded him as a sensei of the academy, as he had a huge scar on his face. As he then said, My name is Yuka Omino, and please, I would call out the children who will be studying with me throughout the whole years of your academy. And one by one he named all the children, as in the end Naruto's name was called. He frowned at that, but Naruto was happy that he was in his friend's class. And from there on, Naruto's journey was about to begin, to study to become the Genin and start a shinobi career, one step closer to his dream of becoming the Kage. As now we see, time passed, and we go to the future 2 years from now. Naruto was at the age of 10, and he had a frown on his face. He was standing again on the outside of the class. His sensei had kicked him out again, because he was dozing off again, or as he called it. As Naruto sighed, Iruka sensei seemed to hate him, but he was changing, gradually, since last year. But now, he would pick on him even for a little bit when he would look away, as if he was making sure that he was the one who was paying attention. And as the class ended, we see that Iruka came outside in the end as Naruto was standing there. Naruto, inside. Yes, sensei, said Naruto as he sighed. Why am I am the only one getting into trouble? The others are also doing the same stuff that I am. They have a clan to back them up, Naruto. You don't. You see, I regard you as a little brother to me. As Naruto's eyes widen, and that is why Iruka said as he rubbed, scratched his cheek, "I am harsh on you because I know if you don't pay attention, if you're the one who don't learn, you'll be the one who will be suffering in the end." But so far, I don't think I have any specialty of such," said Naruto, finally revealing his true feelings as he sighed after the confession, and coming out of shock as Iruka's eyes widened. Naruto was being down on himself. That was something new, something never he thought of. "I tried taijutsu, but I couldn't. I have bad chakra control, and not only that, I can't do anything, sensei. I can't learn anything. I tried to keep up a good front that my GG, as GG has said, and you have said that I will be able to achieve my dreams if I work hard. I'm trying my best, and so far, because no one is helping me, as you said, I have failed. Do you think maybe it's... No, Naruto, you shouldn't give up on your dreams. Maybe there is a way for you to achieve that. Let's see how we can help you. First thing first, we gotta go through the basics. You have bad chakra control, right? Yeah. As now we see, Iruka then gave him a piece of chakra paper. As he said, "Channel your chakra into it, Naruto, and we will see what do you possess." As Naruto did, the chakra paper bursted out into three pieces. Wind cut it a piece of paper and a lot of wood nearby. And not only that, earth on one side, as paper turned into that and crumbled down, and on the other side, it was water. As Iruka's eyes widened, so air, water, and earth, huh? That is certainly interesting. But the chakra output, it's too much. It shouldn't have been that much. Naruto, you're putting too much chakra into it. What? I was trying to keep it at a low, sensei. A low, huh? Maybe it's because of that thing inside of him. How about we go and have a bowl of ramen? As after that we see Naruto became happy and they happily went to Ichiraku ramen stand, the only ramen stand that allowed Naruto to eat there, and were the nicest of bunch. And after having their ramen fill, Naruto was sent to his home as Iruka decided it was time to him to head towards the Hokage office. As after a time and getting appointment, Iruka was allowed to meet. As Iruka set a foot inside, he bowed. "Hokage-sama, it's alright, Iruka, you can stand up. I have been monitoring you. You have been getting closer to Naruto. But you were mad at him before. I realized that he's not the kunai. He's just a scroll that contains it." As Hiruzen had a smile on his face, as if he was proud. "I'm proud of you, Iruka. You certainly have grown." Thanks, Hokage-sama. "So, why are you here, son?" I... It's about Naruto." "What is it?" said Hiruzen as he looked towards Iruka with worry. "It's his chakra output. I told him why I'm being hard on him these days around. And he opened up to me." "He did?" said Hiruzen with shock-filled expression. "I tried to open up that boy in front of me, but he wouldn't. He would say everything is fine, since he knows that I'm the Hokage and I can be biased towards anyone. But he has opened towards you, and that says something in its own right. He asked for a help and extended his hand, Hiruka. Don't shove him back. That is why I'm here, Hokage-sama. I think Naruto has way too much chakra because of it being sealed inside, and because of that, he's having a hard time controlling it. And the standard shinobi training won't help. He needs a proper training. You know what I'm trying to say, right? We can put him in the Anbus, and then what? He will not have a normal childhood, you know that as much as I do. You're right. But I'm not saying that. How about a personal sensei? A sensei that can teach him, help him. Because chakra control is necessary for anything. If he can't be able to control the abundance of chakra that he has, what good it will do out there for him? He will just suffer. I know that. So, what else do you know? I know that I gave him a chakra piece of paper and the output that he produced, saying that he was trying his best to minimize it, was too much. Like he was trying to use a jutsu. What chakra elements does he possess? Water, earth, and then it is air. Interesting. Very interesting. Three elements, huh? Hmm. Listen, I have been thinking for a while. The village needs its medic back. And only one medic who has the best of the best chakra control in her can teach Naruto how to control his abundance of chakra. You can't be serious about her, of all the people. Of course I am. She is my student after all. And have you forgotten that she is also the grandchild of the first and grandniece of the second? I know that, Hokage-sama, but she has vowed that she would never return from what I've heard. Yes, you may have, but I am going to call her back, because this time around, she will come back. Really? Yes. Try to focus on Naruto and make sure that his spirits are uplifted. I have to do this for him. And so, Hiruzen sat down, and with a little bit of evidence papers that he had gathered, he sent those to Tsunade. As now we go towards all the way across of Land of Fire to the end of it, where Tanabara town was situated, which was known for its casinos and whatnot. There we see a woman being drunk as she was resting in an apartment, and suddenly there was a slug that appeared there. Tsunade-sama, Katsuyu, what is it? A scroll has arrived from the monkey clan through Hiruzen-sama. You must read this. He is expecting you back. Tsunade grunted, like I would ever go back. As the scroll was opened, and what she found in between pissed her to the core, as Katsuyu then asked, Tsunade-sama, is everything fine? No, Katsuyu, it's not, she said as she clenched the scroll so tightly that it was ripped apart. Shizune, she yelled out, we're heading back to Konoha. What? You heard me. As her eyes narrowed, we're heading back to Konoha. A week later, we see, on the outgates of Konoha, earth began to rumble, as suddenly both of the gods, Izumo and Kotetsu, saw that a pissed off Tsunade Senju was stomping her way, causing cracks to erupt from the very earth itself where she planted her feet in, was heading towards them, as both of them did the most logical thing they could think of at the time. Stayed the hell out of her way as she stomped inside and headed straight towards, they knew where, to her sensei's office. People were baffled to see the legendary Senju clan's heiress back. Many were sure that she would never return back to the village after what has transpired in the third great shinobi war alongside with the second. As now we see, she arrived and slammed through the door that was stopping her to meet with her sensei. Sensei, what the hell is wrong with you? What kind of bullshit prank is this? It's not a prank, Tsunade. I have informed Jiraiya as well, and he has skipped town, it seems. Of course he should have, because if he was here, I made him sure that he was put 6 feet deep, Sensei. Why did you not tell me this? You were the one yourself who wanted to erase your memories. My memories? Yes. You wanted to forget about him, and you wanted to forget about the moments that you had with him. As that is when Tsunade said, I want to know. Remove this seal. Are you sure, Tsunade? Yes, I am. As that is when and Yamanaka was called, and the seal that was placed on her neck with her own consent was removed that sealed her memories. As the memories flow rushed through her mind, she and Jiraiya, because of being drunk before her and Don got official, end up sleeping together. And because of that, well, let's just say time passed on and she began to feel that she was pregnant. She obviously wasn't going to kill the child because Obasama would have killed her because of that. So, she did the next best thing, and that was to give birth to it. The child had blonde hair and blue eyes. Luckily for her, he didn't resemble that much to both of them, but he was still her child. So, she placed it into the orphanage. Jiraiya begged her to not do that, but she did in the end. And that child was, in the future, going to be the fourth Hokage. As now we see, in the present, as these memories rush towards Tsunade, she gasped, I can't believe this. Why did I do this? You know very well why you did, Tsunade. You were not ready yet to take on the responsibility of the mother. As that is when the guilt rushed over her, alongside with the sadness that she wasn't there when her son died. Her son tried to connect with her, but she outright rejected him. Even though he didn't want to say it outright, but he was trying his best. Seemingly he knew. Did he? Yes, he knew, Tsunade. But he didn't hated you. What? Why didn't he? I did everything a mother shouldn't do. You should have hated and detested me, she said as tears welled up in her eyes. In fact, he loved you for bringing him into this world, for uniting him with his father. He was happy to see that you were doing well and okay, even if you have forgotten about that. He was mad at first, but then Jiraiya convinced him that when he was born, both of them were young and stupid, and they made mistakes. So, Minato, as time passed on, gradually forgave you. Then he is here, right? My grandson. Yours and Jiraiya's grandson is here. Jiraiya although is pissed that what I have told to him now, but he has been scared because of you being here as well. So that is why, as I mentioned, he skipped town. What can I do for him? How can I get back in his life? It will take time, but you have to build the trust first and be in his life in another way. I have been talking to Jiraiya. Jiraiya said to me that he will not make the same mistake what he did with Minato. Naruto has been regarded as an orphan, so far he will be continued on until his heritage is revealed by me. But sensei, that would mean that he would hate you. Something that I am willing to live or die by. But I will be damned if I allow the same tragedy to befall what befall on you and Minato and Jiraiya. He will not hate you, in a sense. I will tell him that I have been the one to seal away the memories of yours, both of yours, so that you will never be hated by him. But sensei, taking on such amount of hatred for a boy is... Look, I'm old. In any given heat of a battle, or just because of the age, enough I will be dead by a long shot. I have a few years left in me still, but those are more than enough for him to train under your wing and become what he can. He wants to become a medic? Well, I aimed for him to learn chakra control from you, but seeing that since you two are going to be Sensei's student, why not? The village needs a medic like you, and who better than Naruto, your own grandson? I will do it. And soon enough, now we see Naruto was seated again in the class, as he was trying his best to read into it because what Iruka told him last night he was paying attention until there was a knock on the door as Iruka opened it. And there everyone was shocked because there stood Tsunade Senju herself, alongside with Hokage, Hiruzen's Harutobi. As Hiruzen said, Naruto, my boy, come here and meet your new sensei. She has taken a liking to you and decided to raise you as well as train you and adopt you. Come over here, brat, she said, trying to act cold, but her eyes told another story, because she could see that he was like her child, and yet resembled his mother Kushina too. Tsunade-sama, it's nice to meet you, said Naruto, as Tsunade ruffled his hair. It's alright, you can call me Sensei now. Hi, Sensei. Good. If it is alright, I will be taking him off the roster, and he will be training with me from now on. It is fine, Tsunade-sama, said Iruka with a smile on his face. It's happy to have you back. Said Tsunade with a nod. As after that, Naruto and Tsunade went their own way. As within the village, they were given a home to live, and backyard where they could train. And so the rough training began. Naruto would exhaust his chakra with Tsunade, and then their training would begin truly. And this time around, Naruto's chakra was not only being extended, but also being tapped into and controlled. Time began to pass by as Naruto reached at the age of 13. 3 years more has gone by since then, since Tsunade and Naruto have united. As now we see, Naruto in the course of 3 years have learned not only healing ninjutsu but also has been able to learn fuinjutsu art and combine them with healing arts, which, thanks to courtesy of Tsunade and Jiraiya, who, with the help of Hiruzen, was giving Naruto the books and the knowledge he needed, was helping him out. And thankfully, Naruto's gene of being a Senju Uzumaki, as well as her son's name, which she knew should be passed down to Naruto, Anamikaze, Naruto was able to master and grasp the seals very much immediately. And not only that, the healing ninjutsu took time, but over the course of 3 years, Naruto was able to learn and master most of the techniques. As now we see, Tsunade then said, I am proud of you for how far you have come, Naruto. So today, We're going to have an exam of yours to see if you're worthy of being a Genin or not. Hi, Sensei. Come at me with everything you got. Use everything in your arsenal, and come at me with intent to kill. Naruto's eyes narrowed as he blitzed past by them, the surrounding everyone, as he charged towards Tsunade. And as the battle commenced, we see that Tsunade was obviously having the upper hand, but Naruto then did something. He created shadow clones, a technique that he shouldn't be able to aware of. But now he was, as these clones didn't poof away when Tsunade hit them. They were solid clones made out of chakra. As Naruto then said, "How do you like that, Bachan?" And not only that, as Naruto then said, "Here, try this." As Naruto made another hand seal, the clones morphed into earth, molded with water, and both of them hardened then, immediately turning itself into a rock solid. As Tsunade arms that both fumbled down to the ground, as she was shocked, and so was Hiruzen and the council who was witnessing this. "I cannot believe this," said the elders. "The boy don't only made clones made out of chakra, but also is able to mold and transform into elements. And not only a single one, two of them, combining them into an altogether new one. What did I tell you? The boy is a genius in the making, if you look into it past your hatred." As the other council looked down, "Okage-sama, are you for sure that he is the... He is. Tsunade herself has mentioned that. Remember?" "Yes, I do remember the last council meeting. In the last council meeting, Tsunade and in front of whole council confessed due to, well, Hiruzen, that Naruto was her grandson, and everyone was shocked and baffled, which meant that Minato, who was revealed to be his father, was her son. And that is when she revealed what has truly happened in the past, and they were shocked. And that is when Danzo, Koharu, and Homura's, well, whole perspective of Naruto changed. Instead of a weapon, they saw a potential new Tobirama, or even Hashirama within him, because they knew if this was their sensei's great-grandnephew and great-grandson, they would honor their legacy of their senses and make sure that he has the full potential and their backing up that he needs. And besides, Tsunade was there to make sure nobody harmed him. As now we see, Naruto finally was able to land a punch on Tsunade. As Naruto was panicking, "Do you surrender, Sensei?" "Of course I do. You passed, Naruto." As after that, she broke both of the holdings that were holding her arms and legs. "I am impressed, Naruto. Really impressed. You have made me proud," she said, ruffling his hair and giving him a kiss on the forehead. As Naruto chuckled at that, "Thanks, Bachan." As that is when Hiruzen appeared with the headband, alongside with Iruka. "I'm proud of you, Naruto, how far you have come." He was proud to see his little brother figure coming so far ahead. And Naruto looked towards him with a smile. "It's all thanks to your help, Sensei. If it wasn't for you who told me that day that I need to work hard and help me out, nothing of this would have happened. Thank you as well, Gigi. And I can never repay any one of you. This is your headband, Naruto, and these are yours." As Tsunade's eyes widened as she flinched and glared at Hiruzen, who ignored her. "What is this?" "In this is the knowledge about your parents, your heritage." "And Tsunade, what is it?" As with a smack of his fingers, Tsunade immediately realized what he did as she stood still. "What did you do?" "She is in a trance-like position because her memories are being rushed inside, Naruto. All you have to do is read this, and know for sure that this is my doing and my doing alone." As Naruto read the whole scroll, and was shocked as he dropped it, as he looked towards Tsunade and then, with tear-filled eyes, looked towards Hiruzen. "Why? Why did you not tell me this? And why did you seal her memories away?" "She was in a distraught. She could have done anything to you, Naruto. Or her son, your father, Minato. That was the best thing we could do." "And who is this Jiraiya who is my grandfather?" "He is protecting you, or trying his best to. But we all know, because of his sons, that he has sent himself in exile. Because he was nearby. But he couldn't be here, and that guilt is eating him up. He has vowed that he will return for you. And so he will." "Gigi, I'm sorry, my boy, if I have let you down. But to be honest, it was your father's wish to protect you and only give you your heritage when you have come of age. To make sure that you were safe and no other of his enemies or your mother's enemies would target you." As Naruto remained quiet as he looked down. "But I still doesn't have to like it, right?" "Of course not. I thought so. I forgive you, Didi, but I won't forget about this. I know, said Hiruzen as he closed his eyes as Naruto walked away with tear-filled eyes. As Tsunade then said, are you sure this would work? This has to. This is the only way. As in the night time, we see Naruto was at home when Tsunade arrived. Listen, kid, it's alright. Gigi told me everything. I don't hate you or anything. I get it. You were mad, pissed, at the same time sad when my father was born. But why did you take me in that time? To be honest, I don't know. I felt a connection to you, and that is why I did. Tsunade hated lying to him, but she had to do as her senses said, because if she didn't, she won't be able to get close to Naruto and he will close himself off. And to be honest, she was scared for that to happen because he was her grandchild. Grandchild that she wasn't aware because her memories were sealed because of her own stupidity back then. And she hated herself for that. As she hugged Naruto, I promise you, I won't allow any of them to use you and abuse you. You are my grandson, and I will raise you as such, to the heir of Senju, Namikaze, and Uzumaki clan. Namikaze, but I thought he is a Senju, but a Namikaze is a branch of it, I guess. We can consider it that from now on, since your father had taken that name. As Naruto smiled, of course I will. And soon after that, Naruto was placed in a team with Anko Mitarashi being the sensei, and Sai, and Yakumo Kurama, a girl who has been cured, and finally being able to use her genjutsu powers that her clan was so proficient in. And so their journey began in the shinobi world. Anko took her Genin team a lot farther than anyone else would. Her team was the one who was doing the most progress, doing a lot of D-rank missions and C-rank missions until one of the C-rank missions they returned from the Rice country where they had a scroll to be delivered. As soon as they did, they were informed that Team 7 required their help. So Team 22, which was Anko's team and Naruto's team, rushed towards there. As soon as they arrived, they were shocked to find that one of the Genins, who was a civilian, had died, while Sakura and Sasuke were shocked and baffled, as they were both wounded and injured, while Kakashi himself was. As Anko and Kakashi were bickering with one another since both of them have been friends. What the hell is wrong with you, Haruki? You got one of your Genins killed, and not only that, because of the lack of judgment, the others are injured as well. I'm sorry, Anko. Jeez, Kakashi. I'm not trying to be hard on you or blame you for that, but you know that this is on you, right? Because of you being a sensei this time. Yeah, I know. And that is a guilt and mistake that I have to live by it. Fine. We are here as a backup. Let's finish the mission and return. The body of the Genin, it has been secured. We will deliver it to her parents. Fine. I will do that. You don't need to do that. No. I was her sensei. I am her sensei. It is my duty, and my duty alone. Damn it, Kakashi. Fine, said Anko as she calmed herself down. Do it, then. And so, the mission was completed. Thanks to them and Team 7 and their Genin sacrifice, the enemies were already taken out. As now we see, Kakashi was slapped across the face by the parents of their daughter because she died in his presence. And then they moved away from Konoha because of the guilt and hatred that they felt towards the village and the place. As now we see, Naruto then talked to his own sensei, Anko sensei. What is it, Naruto? As Anko was still looking towards her friend, why is he being so hard on himself? We know that shinobi world and life is one of that filled with danger. Anyone can die at any time. Even if that is true, Naruto. Sometimes facing your guilt is the best kind of therapy. And Kakashi is trying to do that. Own his mistake and live by them. And slowly in due time, it will heal his heart. He has been through a lot. But I and the others are standing beside him. He is our friend, comrade, and much more. Plus I gotta tell Kurenai to make sure that he doesn't do What? Oh, nothing, Naruto, said Anko as she dashed away. As now we see, Naruto returned back, and soon enough, they were informed that the Chunin exams were soon going to begin. Team 7 obviously had to sit this one out because of the two Genins. And so, during the Chunin exams, a lot of things happened in the first exam. Some of them got cheating, and they were kicked out. But Naruto and his team was able to successfully pass through it. But in the second exam, Naruto's teammates were injured as they were attacked by the snake. But Naruto was able to save them thanks to his clones that were able to turn and morph into chakra. That did the same to the snake freak that was attacking them, intriguing his interest even more as the three of them escaped. As now we see, Naruto used all of his chakra to heal both of them before he passed out. As Tsunade then arrived there to heal him himself because of chakra exhaustion. As while the other took the preliminary rounds, Naruto in the end was able to wake up. Him and Kiba were facing face to face. As he then said, "Dog breath, I'm gonna go all out." "Yeah, you better do that, idiot." As both of them attacked one another, and this time Akamaru was in on this. He yipped at Naruto, saying that he was about to apologize for what was about to come, but Naruto told him that it was fine, and both of them should attack him, and so they did. And in the end, Naruto was able to beat them. But as soon as he did, suddenly a genjutsu was casted as Naruto felt heavy. But suddenly, a chakra from within bursted out, causing him to function again properly. As then and there, we see the ceiling broke, and down came, hovering from above, people wearing black cloaks with red clouds in them. As Sasuke said, "Itachi!" he yelled out, seeing that his brother was also amongst them. The one who had killed the rest of the Uchiha clan, wiping it clean out, except for his little brother. And surely enough, there was chaos everywhere. The civilian was trying to run away from the place. Some of them were able to succeed, while the others who began to cause chaos over there, not so much. Suna also attacked them immediately, and so did the others. In the midst of this chaos, Naruto then did something surprising that nobody was aware of. "Kyubi-san, please, I need your help." "And why should I help?" I I have to save people important to me, but I detest these people. Why should I help you, brat?" "I promise I will find a way to free you and your people." "You know more than anyone that you can't do that. You know that if I put my mind into it, I will. You will turn everyone enemy of yourself. But you will be at peace, right? Why do you care about my peace so much? So much ninjas have came and gone in my life, and all I've seen them is occupied with their own interest, never thinking for the others. What makes you so different?" "I stick by my word. My word is my law and my ninja way." As Kurama was impressed, "Fine. I will help you only this once." As Naruto was bursted out in golden chakra, and seeing that a golden light bloods passed by them, the Akatsuki were now evened out. Naruto, using his chakra as well as his abilities of clones and morphing into the chakra itself, was able to take down most of the Akatsuki members, and using the explosive seals on his clones was able to cause huge amount of explosion, taking down many Akatsuki members as he could, while the others were facing against the Suna invasion. And in the end, Naruto was also being cornered and beaten to a bloody pulp, as now we see him bending to one of his knees, panting heavily. "You have put up a lot of fight, Naruto. Much more than we anticipated. But now you shall die for greater good." As that is when Tsunade and Jiraiya in their senjutsu mode arrived and began to attack the rest of the members, causing them to fall back, and in the end, two of the members were able to escape while the rest were dead and dealt with. Them being Zetsu and Tobi, the masked person, as they told that this was not over as they escaped. Was Naruto passed out. Konoha had somehow, with some miracle, has overcome this disaster, but with the cost of their third Hokage. As Tsunade and Jiraiya were offered the position, as Tsunade knew her grandson was to become the Hokage, she took it upon herself. And Jiraiya, it looked towards Naruto, and knew Naruto needed to train hard together, because he knew that the Akatsuki would come after him. And so, he offered Naruto to train for the 3 years worth of training trip. And as soon as the journey began, the first question Naruto asked the old man that appeared out of nowhere was, where was he? Giraffe, with a guilt-ridden heart, explained everything, the whole truth, that even Tsunade hid from him. And once it was revealed, Tsunade was confronted by it, and she accepted it, and also accepted her fear of being hated by him. Naruto obviously was feeling a little bit betrayed, but see that they were already feeling a lot of guilt. He chose to forgive them, even if they had lied to him. But he vowed no more hiding, no more lies, because next time won't be any last choice. And this time they accepted. And so, for the next 3 years, Naruto and Jiraiya went on their way to train. And training he did, Naruto not only became a sage of the Toads Mountain, but also became the sage of the slugs, becoming the first dual summoning wielder and able to summon the slugs and the toads. And soon enough, once he returned, Naruto was much more powerful and stronger than any. He competed in Chunin exams, while Jiraiya was sent on a mission that he unfortunately would lose his life in, giving Konoha a chance with his dying breaths. Naruto, once he found out about this, fell down on his knees, feeling weakened, feeling the rage, but he tried his best to calm himself down. As soon as he did, Kurama spoke to him. Listen to me, kid. This time I am going to ask you to do a favor with me. What? Fight alongside me against these two. I can sense they are the ones who have made my life miserable and yours as well. We both will gain a lot of peace while dealing with them. And I promise that I won't bother you and allow you to use my power as much as you need in this endeavor. Thanks, Kyubi-san. Kurama. What? My name is Kurama. I see. And you always remember that. And soon enough, Naruto then asked his Bachan to let him go there, but she didn't. But surely enough, in the next Kage Summit, it was evident. A battle was fated, as it was announced that the war on the whole elemental nation has been announced by the Madara Uchiha, who turned out to be the masked person. And so all hell broke loose once the war began. But Naruto, with the help of Kurama, was able to even the odds out until the Zetsu army revived the already dead husk in a weakened state of the Ten Tails. Kurama told and warned him what it was, but that is when something happened. Chains rolled around all of the Jinchurikis who were alive, literally ripping the Biju out of them and sealing it within the husk of the Ten Tails, making it the perfect Ten Tails Biju, and becoming the Jinchuriki of it. It was the Edo Tensei Madara who had appeared on the battlefield. Naruto was lost. As in the limbo, he met with his parents, with Jiraiya, and then with the sage, who gave him the blessing of the sun and the moon seal, and his eyes morphed into Rinnegan, and the third eye opened as well. Arriving on the battlefield with white over Chakra, similar to his KCM2 state, but this time around with white Chakra, he descended upon into the battle and dealt with the Ten Tails, absorbing it and again distributing it into the 9 parts, as Sage has told him. And that is when something happened. Madara was betrayed by Zetsu, who switched him from Kaguya. But Kaguya arrived in a weakened state because Naruto had become the Jinchuriki of the Ten Tails and split its essence into 9 parts again. But she consumed the husk, gaining its power as it was. And so, the battle of 2 titans, Naruto and Kaguya, began. In the end, Kaguya was defeated and once again sealed up in the skies. As now we see, Naruto fell to the ground, freeing all the 9 Bijus as he was panting heavily. As Kurama looked towards him and smiled, "You fulfilled your promise, Naruto, to me. I told you. My word is my ninja way. I always fulfill what I say. I never go back on my word." And for the first time, I hate to admit it, I believe you. And so do the others. As the rest of the elemental nation was shocked to see the Biju speaking, until Naruto revealed them that he has been chosen as the next sage of the 6 paths, showing them the sun and the moon seal. As Hiruzen and the others who were there were shocked to see this. As Tsunade was proud of her grandson, who has achieved such a level. But not only that, what followed suit was that won the favor of the rest of the elemental nation was, he healed all of those who were weakened and were disease-ridden. He traveled and continued on to help, and once he returned after the war ended, after 2 years of that, he was regarded as the sage and a healer and the legendary marry Genin, who travel across the elemental nation. Even the books were beginning to write down on his journey, but Naruto wrote down the book about his beloved grandfather who had perished. It was a funny and hilarious book, and somehow it rivaled those who wrote down the book of his own biography, as the people surely enjoyed both of them. But in the end, Naruto was home with his grandmother, and soon he will be the next Hokage as well, fulfilling the dream of his grandfather, father, mother, and then his uncle who had died, granduncle who had died, Naoaki, who wishes to become the same. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the short movie of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Polo Chiha channel as well. There is a movie uploaded there. If you haven't checked out, by the way, please make sure you do so now. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.